Bicycles have taken us places that are just unbelievable. I'll sit up on the top of the mountain with the boys and I'll be like, you guys see this? This is where these bikes have brought us. If we don't ever go any further than this is rad, you know? I think that mountain biking has brought our family closer and has brought us closer to the community and brought us closer. Some relationships we formed through mountain biking have been really solid relationships that we'll carry through the rest of our life, whether we're biking or not. So I think that whether you're mountain biking or fishing or running or triathlete or rally car ride driver, whatever you are, just immerse yourself and bond to the community and make relationships in that, because you can't race forever. My name's Hank Nason from Santa Rosa, California, born and raised in Sonoma County. Have a daughter and 3 sons, Savannah, Winter, Forrest, and Duncan.
Hi, my name's Tanya Nason, and I was born and raised in Southern California, and I'm the mother of Duncan, Forrest, and Winter.
How this all happened is, yeah, she got injured, she brought home this mountain bike. We were pretty heavy into motocross at the time and riding dirt bikes, and that really, we still liked the moto, but yeah.
Mountain biking just was like right down like in our backyard, so it was a little bit more practical.
It seemed more practical.
Yeah, it's true. It wasn't.
Motocross
We thought it
was
would
like
be a little more affordable to do mountain biking, but as we're finding, it's probably about the same.
But back to it, Tanya did. She brought the first mountain bike home. It took us about 3 weeks before we tried it, and then it was a fight. We all were fighting over one bike.
Like Gary Fisher Hardtail.
The racing began, probably we rode for about a year, and
I started taking the boys to a local race called the Dirt Crits. So there's about 6 races in June and July at our local park, and basically just do like 3 or 4 laps. And I thought, well, I'll take them out there and see if they, like this racing thing. They really liked it and they did really well. And so kind of took off from there.
But the racing sort of evolved from the riding, because we started to realize that we would take, all 3 of the boys at the time were really into it, and we'd go out and do, a 15-mile ride, and the ages were, I think Duncan was 6, and Forrest was like, little. So he would have been 8, and Winter was like 10 or 11, and we'd go out on these rides where Tanya and I were dying. Like, a lot of climbing and a lot of cross-country type stuff, but the boys loved it and just wanted to do it, and then it just turned, even at that age, they just...
Seems like they could go forever, right?
And they didn't mind the suffering of the climbing and riding all day long. We're going up to North Star, which is our local bike park, or closest bike park, and so that's where the racing really started. They did a few cross-country races. They liked it, but then we got introduced to gravity type riding, and they loved that. But when the racing really kicked off is we decided to take a family trip. We bought a van and decided to tour around northern or western United States and up into Canada for a month. So we went up to Canada. Our kind of pinnacle of that trip was like Silver Star and Whistler, and Whistler kind of being the race point because Crankworks was going on. Duncan was too young to race, even though he was fully capable. Winter did the Jeep Air Challenge or Jeep Air race. It was on A-line. Did really well, chance of podium, but he got off course at the end and got disqualified. So it was a good experience though, because we learned the importance of how the race structure is and all that, and it was all new to us,
I would say there are a lot of sacrifices on all of our, like our whole family as a whole with racing. It's a financial strain at times. There's a lot of planning that is involved with our trips long distance, but it's very, very rewarding.
Winter came up with the idea of putting together a team to help cut traveling costs and expenses and things like that. And so the first year we did that, it was kind of, we threw it together, and it was we're learning as we go as well, you know. So we threw that together. It was successful. We got to go up to Port Angeles, you know, do a race up there for the Northwest Cup Series. Really good time. You know, a lot of the North Star races and things like that. But as the team's developed and grown, we've taken on other riders, and our sponsorships have grown. So the logistics of that has become it's pretty intense at times, you know, dealing with 7 kids, you know, on our team.
Me, Stevie, Emmett, Winter, Jake, What the Pecker, Forrest, Dad, Mom, did I say Nick? No. Nick.
And Dougalicious.
Oh yeah, Dougalicious, you know, Dougalicious.
There's about 11 people.
There's about 11 or so kids on the team. A few
adults.
Few adults that don't really race, but they still ride.
They support financially.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and dealing with, so we got 7 kids and we've got 14 parents for 7 kids, and I love the kids and dealing with them, and I can relate, and I love riding with them and racing. I like race the old man fat category, but I'm out there racing with the boys, and I feel like I can relate to them on a certain level. I know that our scenario isn't unique as far as wanting to develop kids in the community and give kids the opportunity to race and feel like they're treated like a professional, but at really a grassroots beginner stage, you know. And that's what we don't pick the kids to be on our team based on their riding ability. We pick the kids on the team based on their passion to ride.
Passion for riding.
You know, the kids on our team are produce. You know, they ride well. They get on the podium. People know about us. Yeah, and they train hard. All the kids on the team train hard. That's one thing they all have in common. We have beginner to, you know,
More advanced.
Junior X, Cat 1 racers, you know, and they all train hard. And so that's what we like, you know, and that's what we're looking for, and we want to continue to grow it. I mean, Tanya and I talk about when our boys are gone, whatever they decide to do, if they decide to race pro or if they get that, you know, golden egg or whatever, you know, we're happy for them, but Tanya and I'd like to continue this on after our kids are gone.
I've been racing at the Oregon Enduro Series for 2 years now. I think Ashland was the first one. And Ashland was the first one, and I did pretty good there. I got first, and that kind of just gave me motivation to keep doing it.
What got me into mountain biking was the adrenaline rush that I got when I would ride a bike, and especially like some of the trails, like the nature of like the trails and the technical aspect and all that. Most of the races I'm looking forward to are mostly like the downhill races. I'm kind of more into that, like North Star and Mammoth and...
Okay, my name's Forrest Nason. I'm from Santa Rosa, California. I'm the brother of Winter and Duncan. I'm the brains of the two.
I don't know about that. I'm smart.
Not as smart as me.
You could say just there's a lot of traveling and trying to fit work in and training and all the other stuff that life throws at you can be challenging at times, but once we get on the road, everything else just seems to not bother us anymore, and you get focused in on why you're traveling and the main reason, you know, you're spending all this time and money. And yeah, I think it's all worth it. Definitely miss out on some things, but you know, would you rather stay home and hang out with your friends or go to Canada for a week. I don't know, that's how I look at it.
Oh. Well, yeah, I don't really do much racing, so a lot of it is just driving and hanging out at the races and stuff. But I like it. It's a lot of fun. There's nothing that will stop me from going with them just because it's so much fun. The drives are long, but it's all worth it when we get there. My favorite style of riding would have to be probably downhill, kind of flowy stuff. I'm not big in pedaling, but as far as I like downhill and enduro style courses. Those are fun for me.
What I do pretty much every day is ride my bike and yeah, I just ride my bike. Just ride it. Okay. But usually when we have a lot of friends on the team and we're all messing around, we kind of don't think about driving. We just kind of are on our own little
Yeah, it's
world.
nice that the parents drive too, because we can just sleep most of the way.
And we have like the benches set up, so we have like a table in the back, and like the benches are across each other, so it works out good.
Make us laugh. They find ways to entertain themselves, and I mean they prank call. You know, they have fart wars. It's like it's entertaining. Really, it's a lot of fun. I think it keeps us young.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my god.
You alright?
Went.
He'll be alright.
Wait.
Oh, Mom, I know my body.
Your shorts. So look at me.
What?
Just sit for another second, please.
No. I'm fine. I just slid out.
Duncan, next time you need to slow down a little bit, okay? That's not cool what you did.
How'd you press pause?
Why?
Do it again.
Don't why me.
That guy can get out of the way.
That guy, you're right, he can, but he has just as much right to be on the trail as you.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
Damn it.
You need to acknowledge what your brother.
Okay, sorry.